The CDC and American Association of Pediatrics have been clear that the best thing for most students is to be in school. We're resuming our school year by using a layered approach to our safety protocols, including asking everyone to self-screen before leaving the house. Stay home if you choose, if you or someone in your household is sick. Routinely disinfect commonly used areas, surfaces. Social distancing when feasible. Assign seating to assist with contact tracing. Rapid testing available on site. HEPA filtration systems in every classroom. Requiring all students and staff and visitors, regardless of vaccination status, to wear a mask while on district property. We know these measures are effective, and we're looking forward to a safe and joyful school year. I would like to thank Trustee Zapata, Councilwoman Fuentes, all our community leaders, our religious leaders, and all our families for showing love and support for our community. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to an amazing school year. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all our families as we build that excitement for our new school year. And we do have a meet and greet with all our teachers this afternoon from 4 to 5:30 here at Josephine Houston Elementary. And we're really looking forward, again, to strengthen our partnerships with all our families so we can continue excelling with our commitment to excellence. Thank you very much. And next up, we have Councilwoman Fuentes.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. My name is Vanessa Fuentes, and I'm proud to serve as Austin City Councilwoman representing District 2. Principal Alfonso, thank you so much for hosting us here at Houston Elementary, located in the heart of our district. It is thanks to leaders like you that parents sending their kids back to the classroom next week can worry a little less about the challenges we are facing amid this ongoing pandemic. In the last week, we've seen local leaders step up in a way that gives me hope that we are going to find ourselves on the other side of this pandemic, despite those at the top working against us. From AISD Superintendent Elizalde's decision to require masking to both Del Valle ISD and Austin ISD Board of Trustees votes just last night, less than 24 hours ago, they voted in favor of the same for our school-age children to ensure that they're getting the protections that they deserve, not being pawns in the games of politics. We know that face coverings reduce the rate of COVID transmission. Here in the 4-4, as I like to call the 78744 zip code, where we are today, it's truly a matter of life and death. We have a disproportionate rate of cases. We have a disproportionate rate of hospitalizations, as well as one of the lowest vaccination rates in the city. And we know that this greatly impacts Latinos, which make up over 70% of District 2. And while we continue to tackle vaccine hesitancy and misinformation, I am grateful to see our school districts take the necessary public health measures that will give our students safe learning spaces that they greatly need. Vaccines are our greatest defense against COVID, and our littlest Austinites still are not eligible for the vaccine. Neither are some members of our community. And at a time when we're seeing our hospitals see some of the highest increases and reaching capacity, especially with our ICU beds filling up all across the state, now more than ever, we have to do everything in our power to keep each other safe. And with that, I want to extend my thanks to Mayor Adler and County Judge Brown for their order this week that also requires masks in schools as well as city and county buildings. We must remain united in our fight against this common threat. This is the work that we're going to see from our school board trustees, from advocates, from the medical community and faith leaders who are all joining us today. You're about to hear from them. And I'm really glad and proud to stand alongside them and drawing attention to this need. We are in this together. Thank you. Next, I want to introduce a trustee who has been on the front lines of this pandemic, who has truly rolled up her sleeves and got into action to serve our community, organizing one of the first PPE drives, and organizing for testing sites and vaccine clinics. Trustee Susana Woody with the Del Valle ISD, as well as the president of the Del Valle Community Coalition. Please join me in welcoming Susana Ledesma Woody.
Good morning, everyone. Can y'all hear me okay? Perfect. I am Susanna Ledesma Woody. I am Del Valle ISD trustee. And I want to start off by saying I am proud to be part of a team that takes action. Yesterday, August 12, 2021, the Del Valle ISD School Board of Trustees unanimously approved a resolution requiring masks at all district campuses and buildings. Effective today, August 13, 2021, all students, staff, and visitors are required to wear a mask when entering a Del Valle ISD property. The health and safety of all our students and staff continues to be the district's priority. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Austin Public Health recommend indoor masking at all schools to slow the spread of COVID-19. Del Valle ISD is also pleased to announce that we offer online virtual academy for students under the age of 12. As Councilwoman Fuentes stated, with the high number of positive COVID-19 cases in Travis County and the low numbers of COVID-19 vaccines distributed in the Eastern Crescent, it is vital that we do as much as possible to slow the spread of COVID-19. That is why I am proud to be part of a team that has and will continue to put and take action to ensure that we have a safe and healthy environment for our students, our staff, and our community. If you would like more details on Del Valle ISD protocols, please visit us at www.dvisd.net. And thank you so much. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Yogata.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nick Yagoda. I'm the Chief Medical Officer at Community Care Health Centers, one of the largest federally qualified health centers in Texas. We have about 27 clinics regionally. I'm going to just give a quick update on the local impact of the COVID-19 pandemic with a focus on the Delta variant, with particular impact on children and schools. The Delta variant is more infectious than its predecessors. It may be more severe in the illness that it causes, yet the vaccines remain highly effective. Importantly, however, because of how infectious this variant is, we do see a small number of breakthrough infections among those who have been vaccinated. Though overwhelmingly these individuals are either asymptomatic or suffer very mild illness. These breakthrough infections are not common, but they may feel common. With over 700,000 fully vaccinated individuals in Travis County, even a small percentage of breakthrough infections feels like a large number. But to reiterate, these breakthrough infections are not common, and even more rarely do they cause severe disease. The vaccines are very effective, and this has been proven in all age groups in which these vaccines have been tested. Now, masks are an essential added element for the protection against COVID-19 and significantly reduce the risk of infection, of illness, of hospitalization, of death, and of transmission to others. This is even true among vaccinated individuals, particularly during periods of high transmission like we're in right now. In the school setting, where many children are not yet eligible for vaccines, the most important layers of protection are vaccinating all who are eligible for vaccination, high quality masking for everyone on district property, and ensuring adequate ventilation. Together, vaccines and masking effectively form a protective barrier around those who are vulnerable to infection, including those under 12 years old. This is how we keep our kids safe while keeping them in schools. In a pandemic fueled by group behavior, protecting ourselves protects those around us, and protecting those around us protects ourselves. Also, by reducing our personal risk of infection, we reduce the amount of virus circulating in the community. The greater the level of protection, the fewer the cases of COVID-19. The fewer the cases of COVID-19, the more quickly we can return to life without these extra precautions. So please, mask as recommended by public health guidance. Also, we urge everyone who is eligible to be vaccinated to please get your vaccines. The vaccines are remarkably safe, and they dramatically reduce the risk of severe illness and death, and are the cornerstone to us getting out of this pandemic. As a reminder, Community Care has 3 vaccine clinics, and we offer services regardless of ability to pay. For more information, please see our website at www.communitycaretx.org. Thanks very much. Now I'd like to introduce Rabbi Friedman from Temple Beth Shalom. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Rabbi Alan Friedman from Temple Beth Shalom, and I'm here as a representative of the interfaith religious community in regard to this very critical issue. Religious institutions in our public schools have a shared mission to teach and model social responsibility. I believe that the action of requiring masks to be worn in school fulfills that mission. So much of what we have heard around the issue of mandatory masking during this pandemic has been framed as an issue of personal liberty. But true liberty, true freedom, does not consist of being able to simply do as one pleases. True freedom, in the words of Abraham Joshua Heschel, consists in liberation from the tyranny of the self-centered ego. Actual freedom cannot exist without a sense of responsibility towards others. Liberty without responsibility is not freedom, it's self-centeredness. By this masking mandate, we are teaching our children that they have a responsibility beyond themselves. Certainly, we all have an interest in protecting our children from disease. But this mandate also teaches our children that their personal responsibility extends to their fellow students, their teachers, their administrators, their support and maintenance staff, and all the members of this beloved learning community. While the context here is public health, the issues at stake are much greater, and I join in supporting our school board's decision to act both as protector of our children's physical development and educators in their moral development. Call on everyone, any organization, whether it's religious, civic, business, to join in this effort to keep safe and in other efforts to bring about a more just and responsible community. It is my honor now to invite Elvia Salas Verga, a member of the PTA and a parent here at Houston Elementary.
Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es Elvia Salas Vargas. Soy madre de 2 estudiantes de esta escuela. El uso del cubrebocas es sumamente importante para las familias, comunidades y para mí, porque debemos considerar que nuestros niños y alumnos de la elementary no están vacunados. Si nuestros niños no usaran el cubrebocas, puede haber un contagio masivo que pondría en riesgo no solo a los niños, sino también a nuestras familias. Es por eso que yo apoyo al distrito escolar que exige que todos usen el cubrebocas, porque es una muy buena medida de prevención que los expertos recomiendan para así poder evitar el contagio del COVID. Además, tenemos que tomar en cuenta que nuestros niños pasan varias horas dentro de espacios cerrados y que los hospitales están llenos. Con el uso del cubrebocas podríamos evitar que nuestros niños vayan al hospital y evitar más contagios, para así no exponer a nuestros niños, maestros, comunidad y familia. Por estas razones es que yo apoyo al distrito y quiero que exija el uso del cubrebocas, porque al salir de casa no lo ponemos. ¿Por qué no ponérselo a nuestros hijos para que vengan a la escuela con el cubrebocas? Muchas gracias. Sacha Salinas es madre también de aquí y es miembro del PTA.
Good morning. My name is Sasha Salinas. I am a mother of 2 elementary age children. My daughters attend Josephine Houston. They are eager to return in person, but there's also a lot of fear in them and in me returning. Pre the mandate, my plan as a mother was to send them back with masks because my job is to keep them safe. And they very much understand and know that masks not only keep them safe, but they also keep their classmates safe, their teachers safe, and the community safe. Once AISD and Mayor Adler and Del Valle issued mandates, just a weight lifted, a sigh of relief, a thank you to them for standing their ground and really caring for our children and knowing that it is a responsibility to keep them safe the way us as parents want to keep them safe. We are, every day is ever changing, and school year is going to be ever changing. We don't know what's to come, but just the fact that there is masks, this makes it that much more okay. Not normal, but safe. So thank you. Up next would be Ms. Ofelia Zapata, trustee. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ofelia Maldonado Zapata, District 2 trustee for Austin ISD. I'm very proud to be the representative for this neighborhood, my community where I too live. I want to thank our city leadership, faith leaders, parents, and community members for standing behind Austin ISD at this critical moment. It is my responsibility as a trustee to safeguard the health and well-being of our students, staff, and families. That is why I voted to support Austin ISD Superintendent Stephanie Elizalde in her efforts to implement the necessary health and safety measures to limit the spread of COVID-19 in our schools, including requiring the use of masks for all students, staff, and visitors. We know that wearing the mask is one of the most effective tools we have to protect one another and the most vulnerable in our community. As the AISD District 2 trustee, I represent this district that has a consistently higher infection rates than the citywide averages we see reported in the news. As of last week, the 78744 is one of only 5 zip codes in Austin, in the Austin area, with the vaccination rate below 60%. What this means is that the environments where there is not universal use of masks poses an even greater need, an even greater risk to this community. Our families have a right to expect a safe in-person learning environment. Over the last year, we have seen how important the personal connections, hands-on learning, and extracurricular activities are for our students' academic success and mental health. Whether or not you have children, your choices contribute to the overall health of our community and ability to safely open schools. I ask that you please listen to the health experts. If you are eligible, get vaccinated and wear your mask. I want to thank Trustee Singh, who has also joined me, and also again thank Principal Alonso for hosting this press conference, and we welcome any question and answer. Any questions that you may have. Thank you.
We'll open it up to general Q&A if you guys have questions. Otherwise, we can move on to one-on-one interviews if you so wish. Does anybody have any general Q&As for the group or individuals that you'd like to answer now or ask now?
Yeah, so with both AISD and Del Valle ISD imposing mask mandates already, I suppose I'm curious if this is more of a symbolic gesture by having this press conference, or exactly what it is that you think doing this morning can do to turn the tide.
Well, because as I noted that we have the highest COVID cases in this community, the highest unvaccinated, and that to stress the importance of masking, for parents to understand this is why we have to mask, and this is why we also need to get vaccinated. So this is why we chose this neighborhood, because it is on the map of having the highest numbers in the city. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to add to what Trustee Zapata is saying, this is a call to action for our community. We want to draw attention and awareness just how important it is to get vaccinated, to wear masks, and that the community knows that in absence of state leadership, that you can count on your local leadership to take bold, decisive action to protect the safety and the health of our kids and of our community. And I do also want to mention that we are also joined by another trustee from Del Valle ISD, Damian Pantoja. Thank you so much for joining us. And also just want to give a note of gratitude to all of our community members who are joining us from all across the district. Thank you.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
So I think that it's very symbolic. Oh, thank you. I think it shows solidarity and that we're here together to show the importance of wearing masks. Also, half of Del Valle ISD is in the city of Austin. A large majority of our students live in the 78744 zip code. So it's imperative that we try to reduce the spread of COVID-19 as much as possible, and I'm honored to be here.
Do y'all feel as if state repercussions are more likely, given that Travis County didn't take the steps that both Bexar and Dallas County did to secure a temporary restraining order against Governor Abbott's executive order?
Yes, I believe the governor has made some statements regarding state repercussions, and of course we are anticipating that to happen, but it's not going to deter us from taking action and taking the necessary measures for the health and safety of our community.
Some school districts have opted not to do this, even though they might want to, because they're afraid of the financial repercussions of fighting this, especially when students are moving out of the AISD, the school districts, and there are just other reasons why that this might not be, in some people's minds, the best use of tax dollars. What would you say to that?
I would say that lives are more important than money, and the safety and the lives of our students are a priority for Del Valle ISD.
That's right.
And would you like to make a comment from Austin ISD?
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's ditto just what she said, but also it's an investment in our youth education. We cannot afford to have them get further behind. The pandemic has put our district so far behind, and we got to take every opportunity, and money is not the issue here. The issue is health and safety for our students, and that's our priority. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining. If you are interested in one-on interviews, just go ahead and
further with